Tonight, a Project Drive Sober investigation. A loophole allowed the man to get a legal driver's license despite his record of drinking and driving.
That man, Timothy Vanderveer, is charged with driving drunk and killing 3 members of a family from Kenosha County.
Tomorrow, he is expected to take a plea deal. Lauren Linder talked to the family as they prepare to face that man in court.
6 months after the crash that killed their parents and uncle, the Rizzo siblings are actively working with lawmakers to change drunk driving laws in Wisconsin. Their hope is that no other family has to go through what they did. Laughter once again fills the Rizzo family home.
That was a good idea.
Worked out well for him. Siblings Vince, Catherine, Janet, and John pore over pictures of their mom, dad, and uncle. Memories they can now look back and smile on.
My mom's always smiling.
So happy.
But it doesn't take much to bring them back to one of their darkest days.
You know, there's a moment every day, sometimes every couple hours, where you hear a song or you just think of something, you see a picture, and then you kind of fall apart. Just for that few moments.
On April 5th, a suspected drunk driver crashed into the back of the family SUV at an estimated 100 miles per hour, killing the siblings' parents, Vincent and Mary, and their uncle Mike. Their other uncle, Jerry, was seriously injured. Vince was with them just before the crash.
We all left at the same time at about 6:30 from St. Alphonsus' Fish Boil, and we just got on the road a little bit quicker than them, probably drove a little bit faster, and we're a little ways down the road in front of them when the accident was happening behind us.
Jerry was driving the SUV that got hit.
I didn't even know I got hit. I didn't find out I got hit until I was upside down in the car, and somehow I got up to the road and they put me in an emergency vehicle.
It was just surreal. Like, I don't know what other word, and it was chaotic.
All 3 family members killed were well-known members of the Kenosha County medical community. Vincent, a dentist, Mary, a registered nurse, and Mike, a family physician. Months after the crash, the family still receives love and support from patients.
It's heartwarming to know how much the community has missed our family too.
Now they will need that support more than ever as they prepare to meet in court with the man charged with driving drunk and killing their loved ones.
Everything in our life will now be defined by, before and after the accident. Like, that's just how it will be for us from now on.
Several lives, several families, in fact, the whole community is affected by something like this. That's just so nonsense for it to happen. It just didn't have to.
So could this crash have been prevented? We investigate the suspect's driving record and uncover a miscommunication between states that could lead to change.
The lack of communication between Department of Motor Vehicles is obscene. I cannot figure out why they don't work together.
That's coming up in 60 seconds.
Our Project Drive Sober investigation continues as we look into the driving history of Timothy Vanderveer.
Police say he was drunk and going nearly 100 miles an hour when he rear-ended the Rizzo family's SUV.
But records uncovered by our Lauren Linder show Vanderveer should never have been on the road in the first place.
The lack of communication between Department of Motor Vehicles is obscene.
Tough words from Kenosha County Sheriff David Beth about sharing driving records between states. At the time of the crash, Timothy Vanderveer was not allowed to have a Wisconsin driver's license, but he did have one in Illinois and renewed it 3 times.
We have to use technology in our favor start saving lives.
You're needed at the scene of an injury accident.
Deputies say Vanderveer's blood alcohol level was nearly 4 times the legal limit. Court records show this was his second OWI in Wisconsin. He got his first in 2005 when blood samples showed his BAC was more than twice the legal limit. As a result, Wisconsin took away his driving privileges indefinitely. The state DOT says it entered that information into what's called the Problem Driver Pointer System, or PDPS. It's a system that other states can choose to search if a driver has a serious offense. Remember PDPS, it's important to the story. Fast forward to 2008, Vanderveer filled out this application to renew his Illinois driver's license. He wrote no when asked if his driving privileges had been revoked in any other state.
Which would be, frankly, an act of perjury, because there clearly was this revocation in Wisconsin.
Why didn't the state of Illinois see Vanderveer's 2005 conviction in the PDPS system when he first renewed his license in 2008?
At that point in time, Illinois did not have a system where we would look at all driver renewals in the system. We'd do it for truckers and for first-time applicants. We would check and people moving in from another state. But when something was a simple renewal, we did not use PDPS at that point.
But according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, states should check PDPS anytime a person applies to renew an existing license. Illinois instead relies on what's called the Driver's License Compact. This compact is an agreement between states to share information on drivers with serious offenses, like OWI. Wisconsin is one of 5 states that does not belong to the compact.
So the only way we would have known would be if Wisconsin officials had let us know.
2 states that share 150 miles of border don't share crucial information that could keep dangerous drivers off the road.
We can do basic searches on people from other parts of the world when they come here, but it's tough. You know, here our southern border is Illinois, and we don't know what the people in Illinois are doing when they come up here and drive through Wisconsin.
It makes enforcing Wisconsin laws tougher, and tragedies like what happened to the Rizzo family harder to comprehend. How do you feel about all this finger pointing?
Technology is here. that information should just be readily available.
Illinois says it's working on enhancing its systems that involve driving records.
I think that there's going to be improved communications between us and Wisconsin.
As for Wisconsin, a DOT spokesperson says the state's participation in the driver's license compact would require legislative action, and the Wisconsin legislature has not taken that action. State Senator Van Wongard represents the Kenosha County area where the Rizzo family was killed. In a statement, his spokesperson said the senator was not aware of the driver's license compact, but that it seems like something he may be interested in. The Rizzo family hopes something is done before another tragedy.
Between states, that information should just freely flow. It's not having to ask or needing to give, but it's just there.
Now with technology being the way it is, like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, there's lives. This is like, lives are at stake.
The Rizzo family continues their fight to toughen drunk driving laws in Wisconsin and to advocate for better communication between states. I will be in court tomorrow when Timothy Vanderveer is expected to accept a plea deal. Through this tragedy, there is hope. 6 days before her mother was killed, Janet was able to tell her mom she was pregnant and that it was a girl. She's due in just a couple of weeks and plans to name the baby Mary after her mom. Reporting in the studio, I'm Lauren Linder.